A journey seemingly 2 years in the making lands the Napoleon Wildcats and their army of fans in a fitting place tonight, competing for the Division II state championship with this, the final stop on the unfinished business tour at the University of Dayton. But opposite from the state number 2 Cats is the 4th-ranked team in Ohio, Vinton County, who features an impressive resume and arsenal with 5 players all averaging in double-figure scoring. So who will etch their names in history for the rest of eternity as D2 champions in 2021? We'll all find out together when our live and free audio coverage continues from UD Arena right after this.
Outlaw Smokehouse in Napoleon, Ohio. Family owned and operated, serving mouth-watering barbecue in all types of quantities. So join us for indoor dining, order online anytime, and even catering for your next party. With a large menu full of options, we've got something to satisfy every palate. Outlaw Smokehouse, proud supporter of Wildcat Hoops.
We will crown a Division II state basketball champion this evening here at the University of Dayton, where state number 2 Napoleon and AP number 4 Vinton County are all laced up and ready for action as our live and free coverage begins right here and now. Good evening, folks, and welcome to Dayton. My name is Brian Skowronski, joined this afternoon by the one and only Travis Berardi. And if you believe in destiny, my friend, you could probably put this Napoleon team as an example down in the history books. Undefeated, 27-0 last year. They never got to play in the Final Four. That's been well documented. They said they'd be back, and here they are, Travis, one win away from the ultimate prize. It's just a great story overall and a great group of kids. We don't know them that well, but from the interviews that we've got to conduct over the last couple of weeks, I mean, it's just a special collective group.
Yeah, 7 juniors had a chance to be down here last year, and as I was talking in our pregame yesterday, 4 hours away. Carroll was actually on the court getting ready when they called it. Napoleon was in their hotel room getting prepared to come over to Columbus from their hotel when it got called off. 4 hours away. So you got to think those 7 juniors, they've been wanting this for over a year, and they've been wanting this for the 5 seniors that did not take the court last season. So, a little added incentive, and they've done nothing but win big games. Their only loss is the state semifinal is Toledo Notre Dame, who lost 59-50 last night to Cincinnati Mount Notre Dame in a Division I semifinal. They also defeated the Division III state champion Berlin Highland, who won the game previous to us by 20 over Ottawa Glandorf.
Had a chance to catch up with the 6th-year coach of the Cats, Corey Kreinbrink, who talked to me about just kind of the whirlwind over the last 24 hours and getting ready for today's game. Getting your preparation together.
Got back to the hotel. We took the kids out to eat, and then got back to the hotel after dinner and started working on Vinton County. There's only so much you can do in 24 hours. You try to get the gist and the main parts, and you got to go out. You got to go out and play like you have for the past 25, 26 games, and it's going to come down to making plays. We got to make plays, rebounding, and we got to find a way to score. And if we want to give ourselves a chance to win.
A lot has been said about your guys' journey back to this point, of course, because you weren't able to play at the Final Four. And that's a great story, and I understand why people are talking about it. But how much of a benefit do you think it is for them, the fact that they were a part of that 27-0 team and had seen some deep tournament runs previous to this season?
We got a lot of kids that are used to making basketball plays and winning basketball games. So I think just all of the games in general just help. I think we play a really tough schedule that gets us ready to go. So all of that combined, I think has helped our experience and helped us keep improving and get us ready to play close, tight-knit games.
This is a team that really likes to get up and down the floor. I think they score about 70 per game. How important do you think it's going to be to try to get it more at your tempo and play Wildcat basketball?
We got to be able to take advantage of opportunities when we get them, but we can't try to go crazy and try to get in a track meet with them. So we've got to be cognizant of when we can take opportunities and when we got to pull back out. And our kids have been great at that all year, and we played some really good teams that can really score the basketball. So we'll have to see how the game goes and adjust as it comes.
Well, I can tell you who will be going crazy, and that's the Wildcat Army. We've seen them out in the parking lot. They're about 1,000 deep already, and I'm sure can't wait to get in here. So, Coach, good luck to you. I know that you'll have a lot of support here tonight.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. All right, thanks to Corey for joining us, and we now will honor America with the playing of the Star-Spangled Banner, our national anthem. We are all but set now here at the University of Dayton Arena for Girls Division II State Championship basketball. We already talked about the Wildcats, and their opponent today is one that can flat out overwhelm their opponents with a pace and a skill set that is unparalleled to most around the entire state. Travis, they're coming off of a win over a really dominant Laurel team in the Final Four, and just like Napoleon, it's kind of crazy that they're right back here less than 24 hours later getting ready for a game. But, man, they like to get up and down the floor, and they got a lot of kids that can push the pace.
Yeah, they have all of their 5 starters averaging in double figures, led by Morgan Bentley, who has over 1,500 career points. They like to take the ball in transition, kick it out for three, put it up, and score. The only weakness that they really have is controlling the ball as they bring it up the court. And that could play in Napoleon's hand, because you and I have seen it multiple times, that press they have right at midcourt where they will trap you, cause that cross-court pass, and it usually gets picked off by either Wrestler or Chips, and they take it in for a layup. That's going to be a main difference in this game if Napoleon can get some turnovers off of that. And we know Napoleon on their side offensively, they don't turn the ball over a lot. They're very disciplined, and they're very deep on the thing that Vinton County doesn't have is depth from the bench.
I spoke to their head coach, Rob Bentley, just a few minutes ago, and he was explaining that it's been a wild 24-hour stretch for him. No sleep, but they are going to be prepared for tonight, and they feel like if their girls can play their style of basketball, they'll be in some pretty darn good shape.
I think it's going to be a battle of who's going to play what pace, and we want to go at it pretty fast. So they're more of a control team, more of a a bump and grind type of team. So we're going to try to get out and play our style. We're not going to change anything. We're going to see what style wins and how hard we can play.
All right, looking forward to it, Coach. Good luck.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Cool.
So the starters are being announced. Let's go ahead and meet them for both sides. And like Travis was saying, 5 girls for Vinton County, all averaging in double figures, led by Morgan Bentley, 16.5 and 10. She's over 1,500 points for her illustrious career. Cameron Zins, also a double-double machine. She averages 12 and 10. Mariah Davis, over 13 points per game. And on the other side for the Wildcats, who are being introduced right now, Kaylee Resler is a knockdown shooter from the perimeter. She has been outstanding throughout the tournament. She puts up 12.5, 5.5 rebounds per game. Emma Pedroza had a fantastic Final Four game, our co-player of the game in that one. She almost averages 10 points, 3 rebounds per game. The senior standout is Taylor Strock. She is one of those girls that just does a little bit of everything, grabs 5 rebounds, the leading scorer at 16.5 per game, and then their stud sophomore, Sophie Chips, contributes with about 6 points per contest. So both sides, Travis, have many different pieces that they can use to their advantage. This should be an outstanding championship game. I would be shocked if this one doesn't come down to the wire like we saw against Carroll just yesterday morning, where the Cats were able to pull out a 46-43 victory to get to this spot.
Yeah, and as you take a look at her right now, Sophie Chips, not only on the scoreboard, but she was big defensively. 4 offensive rebounds to start that helped out, but 4 steals, 3 big steals in that fourth quarter to help them rebuild their lead. They had a lead. Carroll came back, took a 1 or 2 point lead late in the fourth, and then they went on a 9-0 run that really helped them get comfortable until those late heroics that Carroll tried to hit a deep 3 to cut it to 3. Wrestler misses a 1-and-1. The front end, they come down, shoot it at the buzzer, but good defense by Napoleon to hold on to advance to this, the final game of the year. Everybody, every coach, every player, first day of practice, they want to get to this moment. Only 2 teams left, and in about an hour and a half or so, we're going to find somebody cutting down the nets with the final win of the year.
And I think that's what's so cool about Napoleon's story. It's one thing to be motivated and say, hey, we are going to take care of some unfinished business for our sisters that just graduated. It's a totally another circumstance to actually play your way back into this game. The first state championship appearance for both of these squads. One of them will etch their name into the record books. And folks, we do apologize. Of course, we would love to bring you that live and free video coverage that we are known for, but due to an exclusive Spectrum deal with the OHSAA, we have to bring you an audio broadcast. But we'll make sure that it's as exciting as possible, and definitely we'll show you the top highlights throughout the game as they appear. The back tap belongs to Vinton County. They've got the basketball here to start. Got a 2-man game going. Now here comes the dribble drive, and stepping out of bounds on the baseline was Tegan Bartow, so it's going to be a turnover for the Vikings on their opening possession.
Yeah, and Napoleon, tough man-to-man defense there. She was trying to go baseline, kick it over to the sideline for 3, but, stepped on the line. Napoleon gets its first possession.
So here come the Cats, working it from the left point. Now up top, here's Chips. Swings it over to Wrestler. Looking inside, wanted to get it to Strock, now does. Gets pushed out though. Good defense being played by Morgan Bentley. Now hands off to Pedroza. A couple of spins. Up top to Chips, another kick out. The Cats moving the ball around the perimeter. Now back into the left side corner with Chips. Calls for a screen from Resler. Gets it. Gets the switch that she wanted. Takes it to the cup, but her shot is blocked. A foul is called, though, on Cameron Zinn, the junior forward. So Sophie Chips headed to the free throw line with 52 seconds off the clock and a chance for the first points of the night.
As you see there, she just got a piece of the hand. And that'll send her to the line for 2. And Napoleon strikes first.
Big shout out to all of our sponsors today. The Lumberyard Winery and Supply in Napoleon has been with us for the last couple of weeks. Love them. Same thing for the Outlaw Smokehouse. And a new sponsor, rraffle.com, jumping on board along with Northwest Capital Financial Group of Napoleon. Thanks to all of them, we are able to bring you this live stream free of charge.
So Chips gets both. On the other end, Napoleon gets a rebound. Taylor Strock, the District 7 Player of the Year, with the bound.
And she kicks it out to Pedroza. Chips thought about a 3, now swings it right side. Here's Callie Hellberg, wanting to establish something down low, but nothing is available. She drives, has to pick up her dribble. Chips comes and bails her out up top. She's got the matchup I think that they want in terms of getting a dribble drive going towards the hoop with Lacey Williams. Instead, she gives it up to Pedroza. Slowing things down as we've seen the Wildcats do all season long. Resler taking her time. Now gets it back into the hands of Chips from the point.
Yeah, Resler, as Chips takes it to the hole again, and there's Resler. She's been the player of the regional and the state tournament thus far. You had Strock last night get most of her points from the free throw line, but Resler is the leader out there right now.
She just had an offensive rebound and scored with the left hand, and then back at the other end, the Cats poke it away. They create yet another turnover, and so here comes Taylor Strock giving it off to Pedroza. Now back up top, Resler. They swing it to the top. Corey Kreidenbrink sends in a play now.
Vinton County just not playing their game yet. Napoleon has just created the pace here early on.
As Strock attacks the cup, she's going to go to the free throw line as Williams picks up the personal foul, and we saw Strock be incredibly aggressive yesterday. She did not shoot it well from the field, but 9 of 10 from the free throw line. Basically, you could say that she iced the Carroll Patriots yesterday with how well she shot it from the charity stripe, and goes 1 for 1 here to start.
Yeah, the Cedarville commit, she will do whatever she can to get points. She didn't have a good game from the field, only 2 field goals, but she took it to the hole to get to the line. That's how she created points. She knows that if she's not having a good day from the field, if she misses the second, she'll try and take it to the hole so she can get to the free throw line to contribute.
Zinn with the rebound for Vinton. Tosses it back. They send a 3 from straight away, and it goes in and out for Bentley, and it's 1 and done. The Cats secure the board. Pedroza getting pressured, though, full court. And we're going to get a foul. I believe it's going to go against Cameron Zinn.
I think they're going to call it against Pedroza, actually, as you take a look at the replay.
You see she's going to be heading into heavy traffic, goes around the back, and it was right into the pauses in, but she lost it, so that's kind of a tough one, 50-50 ball. And it heads back up with the Vikings, though. Looking to get on the scoreboard, and they turn it over again. Strock with the weak side defense picks it off, sending it ahead. Chips had it poked out of bounds off the pressure there by the Lady Vikes, but Napoleon will hang on to the basketball.
Lady Cats, all the momentum right now. Multiple successful possessions. They had a couple misses, though, 1 offensive rebound, but they did have another successful possession where they had an open look. So they are controlling the pace, like I said, slowing things down as well, which is the exact opposite of what Vinton County wants to do.
Vikings now sitting back in a 2-3 zone as Napoleon recognizes and looks to attack in a different way. They've got Resler with the basketball up top. Strock now goes middle. Comes up. Gets the ball, got a 2-man game with Chips, sets up Pedroza. The lefty sends a 3, back iron. Won't get the friendly bounce, and Callie Hellberg fighting for the offensive rebounds, called for over the back.
Yeah, they're going to call her for the bump there. Another good look from Napoleon, but, you can't make them all, Brian. 5-0, though. Just almost to the midway point of the first quarter, and Napoleon is playing the ball that's gotten them here.
They forced 3 turnovers. Right now, Vinton County 0 for 2 from the floor. They've got the basketball right side, little picket fence look here, and now forced to pick up the dribble is Riley Oosley, so she gives it off to Zinn. Looking to attack off the dribble, spinning in the lane, draws a double, kicks it out to the corner. Oosley chased off the line, and that's going to be the 4th Vinton County turnover as she went a little bit too fast.
And you know, this is as Vinton County's going to call their first timeout of the game. Napoleon's got them a little bit rattled because Vinton County's a team, like we said, they will drive and kick for the 3. She had the open 3, but decided to take it to the hole, and she walks.
And the scouting report on them, as we knew, that they don't handle pressure in the backcourt very well. When they have gotten into their offensive sets, the Cats on the perimeter have caused a ton of problems for them just trying to make an entry pass or a simple skip pass. Offense very challenging right now for the Vikings. Obviously, still scoreless here as we're near the midway point of quarter number 1.
Yeah, this is... I mean, you have the jitters. These are both teams. This is their first ever appearance in a state championship game, and you're going to get those nerves, but it seems like Napoleon, they're acting like they've been here 3 or 4 years in a row right now. They have all the confidence in the world, and it's Vinton County, it looks like, the newcomer.
This is a Napoleon team, though, that has been to the round of regionals at least the last 4 seasons. So these seniors, they've been building. They've been taking the next progressive steps,
Nice.
And especially the senior Strock with the cut to the hole. Hellberg found her, and she got an easy bucket. Perfect offense right there for the Cats.
Yeah, Strock, pick and roll, perfectly run. Vinton County went for the double team instead, let her wide open, gets the layup, and it's a 7-0 Napoleon lead.
No answer at the other end as a left-handed layup is off target by Davis. They get an offensive rebound kick out, and that 3 ball is off the mark. So Napoleon, again, keeping them scoreless as they push to the other end. 3 ball on the way, and getting fouled is Callie Hellberg, the senior from the right wing. She's going to the free throw line. 3 free throws coming up in the chance here for the Cats to make it a 10-0 game.
She hit a big 3 in that 9-0 run yesterday against Carroll. Surprisingly, this season, she's only 13 of 17 from the line. She doesn't go that much. And we're getting a media timeout here because Spectrum is doing this game live under 4 timeouts. So give us a couple minutes to talk about what we just saw here. All Napoleon.
And the Cats evidently didn't get tipped off on the fact that there were going to be media timeouts. I see the coaching staff over here talking to the officials, and we're shocked by it, really surprised. But they're in the huddle right now. They've got a 7-point cushion, a chance with 3 free throws to increase their lead here with Hellberg at the line. And you cannot ask for a better start than what Napoleon is off to here, Travis. They have taken their stamp that is exactly their identity. They've put it all over the first 4.5 minutes, and the Vikings have had no response. By my count, they've only had about 1 clean look at the hoop.
Yeah, and this reminds me of the Norton Regional Championship. Norton did what they wanted to do in the first, I'd say, quarter and a half, and then Napoleon started playing this ball that we are seeing right now, and you'll see in our highlight later tonight. Brian's going to put a good one together. Anyway, but Napoleon's playing their ball. They're slowing it down. They're forcing the other team to make the mistakes. They're not, whoever makes the least mistakes wins the game as usual, but sometimes if you just do your ball and the other team makes those unforced errors like we've seen, that's going to be the difference.
Right now, the Wildcats have given it away just once. 4 turnovers for Vinton County, who is 0 for 4 from the field. Wildcats shooting 2 for 4 right now on their field goal, so right at 50%, 3 for 4 from the line. And Hellberg making her way to the charity stripe with 3 on the way. So an impressive start by Napoleon and a chance to add to the lead right here. Hellberg will splash home the first.
As a team, they're 76.5%. So everybody has the opportunity to make free throws in key situations.
Second one, spun all the way around the rim twice, but it went through the bottom of the net at the end. And Callie's third is a swish as well. She is going to check out Claire Durham into the game now for the Cats, who had a couple of big buckets for them yesterday in the win over Carroll. One in particular came just before the end of the second quarter. So here comes Vinton County.
Eight possessions for Napoleon, 2 field goals, and then 3 trips to the line.
Offensive rebound is pulled down, and the first points are on the board for Cameron Zinn, the junior, cleaning up a mess left by Mariah Davis. And now they pick off a pass from Napoleon. Got him sped up a little bit here. Davis from the left side going to pull it and pull the trigger, uncorks one from downtown. Off the mark, athletic play to save it, back in bounds by Zen, and right there for the bucket was Morgan Bentley.
So I think the media timeout actually helped Vinton County as they've calmed down a little bit, and they're starting to try and speed things up.
Napoleon back at the other end. They're going to get it on the block to Durham. She's going to kick it out. A 3 is on the way. Halfway home, spun out for Ella Rausch. Battle for the loose ball. Rausch couldn't collect it, so Vinton County gets possession back.
Yeah, get the offensive rebound in the bucket, steal in the bucket, and now a turnover. That's all they need to do momentum-wise early on in this game. Now it's 10-4. You get a bucket to possibly cut this to maybe 1 possession, and it's a clean slate from here on out.
Grace Hopkins, Sophie Chips off the bench, back into the mix. Resler takes a seat along with Rausch. Vikings bring it in between the timeline. Over on the left side, Davis, sick crossover, gets by the first wave of defense and then fouled on the play by Pedroza as she got it into the lane. Pretty play to get there.
Yeah, it was a really nice crossover. The help defense got there a little bit too late, allowed her to get the shot up, and didn't go in, but she'll get 2 attempts to cut this to possibly 4.
First free throw, nothing but net for the senior guard. Davis 0 for 4 from the field, but now 2 for 2 from the free throw line, trimming the Cats' lead down to 4 as it's a 6-0 run here for Vinton County out of the media timeout.
We'll see now if Napoleon has an answer to the run, or can Vinton County keep this up and cut the deficit even closer.
It's going to be Sophie Chips from the top. She dribble drives, jump stop, puts up a bit of a wild shot, but Claire Durham is there for the offensive rebound, the putback, and she gets fouled in the process. Heading back to the free throw line is Napoleon, and picking up the personal, Lacey Williams.
Third offensive rebound by Napoleon, and I believe that's the third chance of getting points off of that as well. You had a putback and I think 2 fouls off the other 2.
First free throw halfway home, but spins out for Claire. As Strock is going to check out here in favor of Callie Hellberg. Second free throw on the way, back iron. So an empty trip there, a rare one for the Cats as Zinn secures the board, pushing ahead to Davis. Swing it back up top. Fake from Zinn. She drives right side, runs into a crowd, so sends it to Williams. 3 ball is up, back iron, another offensive rebound, but then taken away by Resler.
Yeah, nice job by Resler not to reach. Saw that Bentley was underneath the bucket, didn't have a chance, just stayed straight up and got the block.
So the Cats with the basketball. Chips with the dribble drive, right side, hands off. Here comes Hellberg. To the left, pull-up jumper comes up short, and the rebound secured by Williams. 2 on 3 here for Vinton County. Lex to pull it out. Bentley, a transition 3, too strong, and a deep rebound goes out of bounds on the far sideline.
Well, the old mantra is keep shooting until you make it. Almost did there from deep, but you know, this is a squad, you know, they put up a lot of points, they put up a lot of shots. So they won't give up if you miss 1 or 2 threes. They're going to keep with what got them here. And we're going to see a lot of shots from beyond the arc tonight from Vinton County.
69 points per game is what the Vikings average as the pass inbounds to Hellberg goes off of her shin. She has to go to the floor, tied up on the play with Tegan Bartow. And the possession arrow will belong to Napoleon.
And now Napoleon with the 2-minute, 28-second scoring drought.
Looking to end it here as Strock inbounds. Has to go over the top of the D to Durham.
Under a minute left here in the first.
She drives, kicks out Strock, pass off target, and it's stripped away. Picked off. Vinton County looking to send it ahead with Zinn. Now sets it up for Bentley. She drives, double team, up over the top, and she's able to score.
Big run here by Vinton County.
And it's going to continue. Mariah Davis picks it off, fouled by Chips as she puts up a shot. The pressure starting to burst some Wildcat pipes as you see the latest bucket there by Morgan Bentley.
That'll be Chip's first foul, team's fourth of the first half. 3 turnovers now by Napoleon in the last 2:55. I don't think they had 3 turnovers until the midway point of the fourth quarter yesterday.
Team that really takes care of the basketball. Inbounds, intercepted, picked off by Grace Hopkins. Sends it ahead. Strock switches to the left hand. She gets fouled. Coach Bentley up out of his chair, incredibly frustrated as Mariah Davis picking up a personal foul.
Yeah, that'll be her first.
I believe that's the second now actually on Davis, and might be why Coach Bentley's so upset.
Yeah, that's a tough break there. Not a lot of contact, but I guess enough of a bump to warrant the foul call.
Strock, as she always does, knocks down her first free throw.
89% from the line, 90% yesterday.
She's 2 of 3 here today, looking to go 3 of 4, and we'll do just that. Beautiful rotation from the hand of Taylor Strock as we'll get a substitution. Allison Riddle onto the floor here for Vinton County for the last 24 and a half.
Yeah, and this is what I like about Napoleon. Despite going on a field goal drought, just like Strock does, they'll try and get to the line and get points that way. If they see they're struggling, they'll take it to the hole.
See if Davis does that. She's got Chips on her. Now Strock shading from the top. A screen, and it's going to be a moving screen against Ashley Bentley. So Napoleon gets possession back with 6.4 seconds.
Yeah, it's a tough break, the moving screen call. Maybe Napoleon can get a little momentum back here if they can get a bucket in the last 5 seconds. Strock's the one to do it.
Matched up with Bartow. Heaves it from just inside midcourt, and that'll take us to the end of one as it comes up well short, and Napoleon on top, 12-8.
Outlaw Smokehouse in Napoleon, Ohio. Family owned and operated, serving mouth-watering barbecue in all types of quantities. So join us for indoor dining, order online anytime, and even catering for your next party. With a large menu full of options, we've got something to satisfy every palate. Outlaw Smokehouse, proud supporter of Wildcat Hoops.
Back here at the University of Dayton Arena, both teams back out on the floor. Big push by Vinton County there at the end of the first has them trailing by just 4 points because the scoring drought for Napoleon lasted the better part of that second half of that first quarter, Trav.
Yeah, no field goals in the last 4 minutes and 5 seconds. However, they got 5 points via the free throw due to Hellberg's 3 free throws, and then you saw Strock go to the line right before the end of the quarter to make it a 4-point game.
Thanks again for watching this live and free audio stream, mixed in with some highlights. And, of course, if you had the opportunity last night to check out our compilation of video highlights from the Wildcats' 46-43 win over Carroll. We will have the same thing for you folks tonight to enjoy those memories, to commemorate an impressive championship game, and so far it has been just that. The Cats got off to a great 10-0 start. Now a nice run for the Vikings, who've got the opening possession. They lob it inside, though, but it's picked off by Strock. She pushes it ahead. Napoleon's got numbers. They had an open look at 3 with Hellberg. She elects to give it up and tipped out of bounds. Mariah Davis shot into the passing lane and I guess knocked it off of the hand of Strock, or maybe the shin.
I think they said it went off the foot of Strock after it was deflected, but, Chips, she lost control of the ball just a little bit. If she would have had control of that to kick out, they probably would have had a good chance at 3, but just a little bit off with the throw, and it turns into a turnover.
Wildcats sticking with a 2-1-2 matchup zone as a deep 3 is launched. Davis can't connect. Zinn chases down a long rebound, and now Vinton County will reset. They'll send it to the corner with Bartow. She looks to swing it to the other side, and that's going to be intercepted by Emma Pedroza. Chips on the dribble drive. Kicks out Strock, chased off the line. Back into the hands of Pedroza here on the near side. She sets a screen for Resler. And now things starting to calm down.
You'll see this a lot with Napoleon to work it around to get the open shot. And sometimes it lulls the defense to sleep.
That's what it did here with Emma Pedroza, the smooth lefty. Got it down on the block. As you see here on the replay, a nice look as she cut to the basket, sets up over her right shoulder, and comes through. And a big shout out to the Absolutely Moving Company for sponsoring today's instant replays, as Vinton County drops home a bucket there on their last possession.
Yeah, they got a good look. You'll see a lot from Vinton County. The offensive rebounds, they like to get those 3s up, but have position on the other end for 3. But speaking of 3s, Sophie Chips.
The sophomore from the corner uncorks one through the bottom of the net. Nothing but the bottom 2. That was a pretty stroke from Chips. So the lead back up to 7 as we're almost 2 minutes gone by here in the second. Wildcats appear to be switching back to a man-to-man defensive look, and they will.
And that's got to feel good for Chips. She went 0 for 3 from beyond the arc yesterday, so her first state 3-pointer.
Zinn puts up a deep jumper, and it's well off target, too strong, so the Cats looking to push. They've got numbers. Chips thought about stepping into a deep 3, gives it over to Pedroza, who will push one. Misses it, but Strock inside somehow collects the offensive board. Back out to her. She sends a 3, and Taylor Strock lights the roof on fire. Big 3, and it's back to a double-digit Napoleon lead.
You think Strock thought about her performance yesterday and wanted to come out on fire? Because she has. Game-high 8 points. Napoleon back up 10.
Looking for the answer at the other end. In and out for Morgan Bentley, and the rebound secured by Resler. Kaylee Resler, nice look inside, and the bucket is there for Callie Hellberg. Timeout taken by the Lady Vikings as they sense things starting to get away from them a little bit, and all the momentum belonging to the girls in the white uniforms.
Napoleon starting to feel it once again. They weathered the storm of the Vikings. That 8-0 run to end the half. Got a couple free throws. They regrouped at the break in between quarters, and they come out an 8-0 run the first 1:19 of the second quarter. They're up 12, their largest lead of the night.
That's what championship teams do. They understand that basketball is going to be a game of runs. Just make sure that yours are longer than theirs. That's what coaches, of course, are always telling us. Let's take another look at the replay. And how about Strock fighting inside for the offensive rebound and then has the wherewithal to get to the corner. You see Resler attracts a whole lot of attention. And then the 3 from Strock. Bang! So Vinton County with the basketball, facing their largest deficit here of the afternoon. Davis,
nice pass.
Beautiful look inside. She made it look like she was going to pull up for a jumper, sucked in some defense, and then found Lacey Williams on the cut.
Yeah, it's perfect. You drive at that middle part of the 2-3 zone, get her to commit, then dish it for the bucket.
Which is exactly what Sophie Chips did. The kick out to Callie Hellberg, and she finds the bottom. Beautiful answer by the Cats.
3 of 6 from beyond the arc, 7 of 13. They're shooting over 50% from the field, and they're up 13.
Pass inside, Bentley, double teamed and bumped by Pedroza, who's incredibly frustrated. 3 fouls now, I believe, on Emma Pedroza. And she's going to have to check out of the ball game as Ella Roush replaces her.
That's a tough break. Pedroza, one of their best rebounders underneath along with Wrestler, and it just showed right there, an easy bucket off the inbound inside the paint.
It was Cameron Zen who made the cut to the basket, and then the junior had a clean look from about 5 feet, came through. Wrestler dribbles in. She pulls up for a J from about the same distance and buries it as well.
Nobody committed. They thought she was going to take it to the hole, so she said, okay, I'll just pull up from 7 feet and just swish it.
Back the other way, Vinton County, a near answer for a three-point play with Lacey Williams getting bumped inside as the help came just a little bit late.
That's a tough one.